What's going on, world? It's your boy Mugs a Million in the building, bringing you another great episode of Indie Music Major Business, brought to you by the great people over at Money United with Game. Our goal is to motivate, educate, and elevate music professionals all across the world. And that's what we're going to do today, man. Again, I am the author of the book, Indie Music Major Business, A Guide to Your First Royalty Check. And I'm here to guarantee, man, that you understand the music industry from a music business perspective. A lot of artists out there are creatives, producers and stuff, man. You know, we stay locked in on the creative side of just making the music, ready to put the music out, whether it be streaming on one of the platforms out there or putting the music video out on YouTube. But we neglect to take care of the business. And then I get so many follow-ups from different artists, man. You know, us being in the music consulting world and the artist development side of the business, we get so many phone calls, emails, people reaching out after the fact that they done signed a bad contract, or, you know, they got so many streams, you know, hundreds of thousands of streams on a certain song or a certain video, yet they've been out of the loop on getting paid for it though. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to start trying to get y'all educated on how the music business side of it works, man. It is a business. You as an indie music professional, it's your job to take care of that major business that come along with being a part of this industry, man. So in the last episode, I kind of touched on the performance royalties, which again, I'm going to echo it. I feel like it's the most slept on. It's the most easily accessible performance royalty that the artist can receive, but it's the most slept on, man. Like, a lot of artists get to take care of the major business. They come along with setting themselves up with a PRO, which is your BMI and your ASCAP, which are the platforms that collect these performance royalties that we're talking about and that we spoke on in the last episode, man. So again, if you didn't check out the last episode, or if you haven't went and downloaded the book, again, the Indie Music Major Business Guide to Your First Royalty Check audio book is available on all your major streaming platforms where you go and download and listen to your music at. So go find it and go check it out, man. It's under my name, Mugs a Million. Follow me on Instagram at MUGS_A million, just like it sound, MUGS_A million, because I'm just one of a million, just like y'all, man. But again, shoot me a DM, holler at your boy if you got any other follow-up questions, if you saw any of the other episodes, or if you read the book or listened to the book on the audio book, and don't understand certain things or want to go deeper into some of the stuff that you've read up on or heard, holler at your boy. So yeah, man, we're going to jump into the episode today. I ain't going to take up a lot of y'all time. I just want to again reiterate the major business aspect of you being an indie music professional, right? So part of that major business to help elevate your career, you know, again, I said our goal is to motivate, educate, and elevate. So I feel like those last two are the most important parts of that, right? Educate and elevate. Because once you begin to get the knowledge and an understanding of how this music business works, it allows you to elevate within the music industry, right? Again, using myself as an example, which that's what I'm mainly going to do. You're going to hear me go back to my own life journey and testimony of me being an indie music professional on the artist side of it. I'm going to use my examples is the main focus of how I'm going to be able to teach and educate y'all, man, because you can only educate people off of your own experiences, though, I feel like, for the most part, you know. And so that's what I'm going to do. So me, again, elevating from being just an artist came by way of me getting educated. I went to school. I learned music publishing. I learned songwriting. I learned the business of music. And these different things is what prepared me for the elevation that ended up coming along as I went further into my music career. And so again, it's not always about you having to go to school to get educated. Especially in today's world, man, we're in the information age. Anything can be Googled. Just like y'all looking in, checking me out right now on the Money United with Game TV. Again, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already fully subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Money United with Game TV. Share it with your people. Yeah, let's elevate and educate all these music professionals across the world, man, together. But the same way y'all tuning in and checking me out, it's several platforms out there, man. Several music conferences that you can go and check out. We'll probably put a little list of those down there. Again, if you reach out to me individually, I actually have a whole EP laid out of that, though, electric document, of that laid out, man. Some different music conferences and stuff that you can go to. South by Southwest, of course, A3C. Or some of the big ones, man, that you can go and do a lot of networking, connecting with other music professionals across the globe. And again, getting yourself educated, man, to put you in a position to be elevated. So on today's episode, man, I want to kind of touch on those two things, man, the education and the elevation, right? Because me going to school, learning about music publishing, learning about songwriting is what led to me getting the #1 Billboard. And as a songwriter, again, I went into it when I moved from Nashville to Atlanta. I spoke on my journey of moving from here to there, and about just how the growth that I was able to transpire into just because of the education that I had. I could have stayed closed-minded, stayed wanting to just settle for being a rapper, but I noticed that, okay, doors opened up for me that wasn't open for me as a rapper, became open for me when I transitioned into being a songwriter, right? And the elevation came about with me was educating and understanding how the music industry worked. And the way this music industry works is, man, it's about value. What are you bringing to the table? If you're only just a rap artist, right, it's only so far you can go based off of just being a rapper, because it's only so much that you're bringing to the table for somebody else. Especially these days, a lot of artists are wanting to get signed by other artists, right? And I don't knock it. You have to get a start somewhere. You have to find a way to get in the door on different levels. But if you're going to so-called be an artist yourself and looking to get signed by an artist, you have to understand what come along with that, right? You got the competition factor from within sometimes. A lot of times these artists, everything ain't what it seems, right? So a lot of times these artists, they hanging on by a thread. They one big song away from retaking their career to the next level. And a lot of times they can't find that one song for themselves. So you being an artist that's on their roster, on their label, a lot of times what artists come to realize, and some of them take it the wrong way and they don't see it as the breakthrough and the blessing that it really is. But a lot of times when you're on these labels, man, and you're that next up and coming high artist on that label, you may find yourself a lot of the songs that you are making for you, that you feel like, oh man, this is a hit song, I got me one. They're going to want that song for themselves, because they're in a bigger position than you are as far as the audience and fan base that's already been built up for their brand or for the label that y'all both now are a part of and signed to, right? And so again, the education and elevation in that for you is understanding how important having your own publishing is, for one. Owning your publishing, setting up your own publishing company. You hear a lot of stories about the old rappers, even some of these newer artists and stuff that's coming out now, man. You hear the terrifying stories about, man, I signed away all of my publishing. Now that they got songs that done went multi-platinum, songs that's being placed in movies, songs that being remade and recreated by other artists, generating new money again to this day, but they not seeing any of that money because they signed away their publishing, right? So publishing is a major part of this business when it comes to creating long-term wealth, generational wealth, money that you can pass down to your kids. Your kids can pass it down to their kids. You know, again, if another artist goes back, 20 years from now and they recreate one of your songs, that hit song that you may have had in today's time and 20 years from now can become another hit song again. And guess what? You're making big money all over again. So again, that's some of the major business that you have to take care of early on in your career as an indie music professional. Getting assigned with a PRO, Performance Rights Organization, BMI, ASCAP, CSAC, Global Music Rights, things of that nature like that, man. Getting yourself set up properly early in your career, in the beginning stages of it. Because we're in a time now, right? You could release a song on Spotify or whatever platform you normally go to, iTunes, wherever, right? It ends up on TikTok, ends up on Snapchat, and becomes a viral hit song. But you never registered the song. You're not even registered with a PRO. The song isn't registered with a PRO. And so you're getting the little small distro kid money, right? Or you may be getting a cool, decent sized YouTube check. But you're not getting the real long-term publishing and performance rights money that you could be getting, because that song is generating and doing the big numbers that it's doing out there. So again, educating yourself on these things here early in your career. If you're fully focused and you locked in on just being a creative, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But put you somebody on your team around you, right, to be the person responsible for making sure that the major business is being taken care of, though. Because again, as an indie music professional, you are the record label, you are the artist, you are the street team, you are the promoter. You doing everything, but you can get lost in the sauce by trying to do everything too. So that's why you got to have a well-equipped team around you, put the right people around you. If you got to go hire a music consultant, somebody like myself, it don't have to be me, of course, but, find somebody in your area, somebody you can touch, somebody you can pull up on, meet with, sit down with, go over your game plan and say, hey, this is the song I'm about to release. What's the business I need to take care of before I put this song out? I feel like this song finna be good. I've been letting people hear it, the feedback. It makes me feel real confident that this might be my one. So you want to take that time out, man, before you release that song. Because again, you can put that song out tomorrow, man, it go 1 million streams. So guess what? If you didn't take care of that major business to secure the money, like, it's no back pay on money that you missed out on. That's the downside to it. If you put a song out, you get 1 million streams, 100,000 streams, you can't say, oh man, I need to go back and register that where they repay me for that money from them streams that I got. No, it don't work like that. That's just money you missed out on. So again, educating yourself to elevate yourself, man. Even once you get that song properly registered with your PRO, right? Your BMI, your ASCAP. That's one side of it, though. You still got to register it and get it encoded with BDS to make sure, like, say DJs start spinning your records, right? And we'll touch on that deeply in another episode as well, though. But just say you got some DJs out there playing your song, right? A lot of these DJs are media-based and BDS monitored DJs, meaning, like, when they play songs in the club, it's basically like them playing a song on the radio, right? So if your song is properly registered, then when they playing your song in the club, it's being detected and showing up the same way as if your song was coming on your local radio station, right? And that's the stuff, the traction that A&Rs and labels are looking at. That's how people get on these labels radars or whatnot, though. Outside of today's time and, of course, going viral, becoming a viral sensation, like I said, on a TikTok or some kind of social media platform. But even with those situations, you want to take care of that business, man. Copyright your song. Make sure your song is registered properly with the Library of Congress, because somebody may steal your song. You may be in a situation say you kind of doing how my career went, right? You're an artist transitioning into doing songwriting. You want to start connecting with a producer, sending your song out, sending hooks out or whatever, though, sending hook ideas out attached to somebody's beats. Well, somebody to get that song may not reach out to you and say, hey, I want to use your song. They may just put it out. Or they may take something you came up with that was pretty clever in the song, act like they not even going to use it, and then they put out a song very similar to it. And guess what? If you didn't have that song registered with the Library of Congress and copyrighted the proper way, again, it's money you missed out on, though. You can't go back and say, oh, in some cases, you may be able to prove your case. Okay, here's an email where I sent them the song back 2 years ago, way before they had put it out. But in order for you to file a lawsuit and get the real money that comes along with copyright infringement, it has to be registered properly with the Library of Congress. So again, most of that stuff is in the book, Indie Music Major Business, A Guide to Your First Royalty Check. I super advise y'all, man, to go download the book. Again, it's available right now on the same platforms where you're listening to your music at. So if you're on Spotify, if you're on Apple Music, just put it in, man. Indie Music Major Business. It should pop right up. Again, subscribe to the channel, Money United with Game TV. Follow me, your host, Muggs A Million, on Instagram at MUGS_A million. Visit the website, moneyunitedwithgame.com. I know it sounds like a lot, but it is a lot. It's Money United with Game. Spelled just like that, man. But the link is in my bio, so just follow me on IG, and you don't got to worry about all that for now. You know what I'm saying? But Money United with Game, man, we want to shout out to them. Shout out to my fashion sponsor, man. You know what I'm saying? My guys over there at the Original Garments, man. OG style with it. You know what I'm saying? My guy T-Wig, Mario Pains, man, and the whole OG Original Garments crew, man. Black fashion line, you know what I'm saying? Doing their thing real major, man. So again, y'all, today's episode, Indie Music Major Business, man. Education and elevation, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're going to keep y'all motivated in any way that we can. But the main thing, man, is to educate y'all on how this business really works, man. You're an indie music professional. It's major business that comes with taking your career to the next level and securing that you start making money from your music. Again, man, go download the book. I appreciate y'all time today. It's your boy, Muggs A Million, in the building. You know what I'm saying, though? Money United with Game. Put it on the shirt. Put it on the chain. We ain't come to play no games, man. Y'all holler at your boy, man. Much love to y'all. Yeah.